I first started back in 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. And I started just as part-time. I was doing just elementary at the time, and they had somebody else doing secondary. As I kept doing it through the years, we kept changing band teachers about every other year. And it got to the point where we weren't sure we would be able to find a band person, and I jumped in and I took over all the band and choir at that point. So now I do K-12 band, choir, and general music. I think there are some positives to doing that because I know what they're getting in elementary, and then I can push them to learn what I want them to learn so that they're ready for junior high and high school. The pandemic has affected me. Just the classes that I teach have all been different at the beginning of the year. I was going to elementary classrooms for music. Now we're doing it in the classroom but spaced out, and they have to wear masks. Choir, we are doing small groups of less than 5, and then we can get together in bigger groups for things like this, the recording, and they have to wear masks at all times. Band, we started as individuals, and then we started doing some larger groups spaced out as far as we can, but there's still a small group of four or 5. It's been different. You have to think about a lot more things. We're focusing on keeping masks on kids, disinfecting things, making sure that we're not hugging kids, which is really hard to do because you just have those kids that need a hug, or you want to give them a hug, and instead doing elbow bumps. So just a lot more different things to think about besides just teaching and what you're going to do academically that day. I think my favorite thing about teaching music is the relationships that I get to build with students. Usually I get students that will come down and see me throughout the day, and I don't have that right now because they can't, but we're still building those relationships, and I get to hear about all the things that are happening in school, and we get to make amazing music together.
All my family was in band, and so I just kind of wanted to keep going with it, and I was supposed to play the flute, but I really couldn't get the handle of it, so I ended up playing clarinet. Got accustomed to wearing a mask more. At the beginning, I really couldn't stand wearing them, but now it's normal for me to wear it every day.
Band is a little harder, I'd say, because we have to be 6 feet apart, and we have to move around and can't really get too close to people. My brother's doing it, my cousin was, and I was a big follow what my cousin and my brother do. I just look up to my brother and my cousin. I don't like to sit around, I like to move around. And going to band is fun. I like making beats.
PC is still able to go face-to-face, which is very helpful. All of my siblings did band, and they were pretty good. And they would go to all these honor things, and I wanted to try to be better than them. And hopefully I will be better than them. They stopped playing their saxophones and their instruments, so as of right now I am better than them. I wanted to do what they did, and so they are the ones that got me into it. I enjoy being able to play my instrument, and I enjoy the music that I got. I play it hard enough that I actually get music that I'm proud of playing.
I've always wanted to play the violin, and then I liked the saxophone, and then I started with there, and I thought it was fun, and I wanted to explore more instruments.
Last year I could just talk to my friends regularly, but now it's we have to social distance, and there's the mask thing, so it's just different. I started band in 5th grade. My whole family did band, my 2 brothers. I like when we finish all the music and it's all done, and as I'm playing, I can also hear it and it sounds cool.
For our Greene County classes, we do it online, so basically half of my classes are online via Zoom. So it's just been kind of hard keeping up with those classes and then staying here for my other classes. I just make sure that I am responsible and keep up with my classes and make it to every class and every Zoom call and keep up my homework and make sure everything's turned in on time. My favorite thing about band is just being around my friends and being able to just have fun and play instruments.
I don't think it's changed my life a lot, except for the whole schooling part, but I've sort of been working with my dad and just been keeping busy, trying to at least. It's definitely made it a lot tougher. I've been it's been online, it sort of just stresses you out a little, and this makes it a little bit harder.
Well, I normally would play football, but since the pandemic, I kind of just opted out on football this year because, you know, of all the chances you can get the virus, so I kind of opted out this year. But other than that, just wearing masks in gas stations, you know, stores out and about. And basketball, so far, it hasn't affected us too much, other than we only get 2 tickets for give it to our mom and dad to go to the games and stuff like that, but nothing too major. I don't know, just something to do, you know, I have so many study halls every day, so I just did choir just to do something because I'm so bored, and helps me sing because I like to sing, you know, by myself, so it helps with that. She lets us choose the songs we sing, and so we choose them and we have fun singing them most of the times.
It's affected me to the part where I'm scared of my family getting it, and I can't really do anything with my friends, like have to be social distance everywhere. These dang masks are really killing my vibe. We have online learning in Jefferson, and that's kind of where all my friends are because I'm from Jefferson, so it's kind of hard. I really don't talk to many people here, but it's calming, and it's like helps my brain relax when I'm like stressed out. It's very calming to me. I just, like listening to everyone's voice and joining along with what they're singing.
I lost one of my jobs due to the pandemic, so that kind of put me in an odd place to go find another one, just out of the blue, kind of. And other than that, just school. Other than not being a very good online learner, it's been all right. I have been in choirs, or music choir, since I was probably first grade, and I haven't really taken a break, I guess, and it's fun. I like it. Last school year, I actually got to go to Nebraska, to Wayne State College, to do like it was like a choir festival thing, and we got to sing there, and it was a really fun experience.
Recently, I just got out of quarantine myself. I was able to go to a Bible camp this summer, which was really amazing, and luckily we didn't have any problems with COVID, but otherwise it's been pretty interesting. I enjoy being able to do things with other classes. Usually, since it's a small school, we only see our class now since COVID, so it's fun to see other people usually.
I just like the atmosphere that it gives. I like being around people and singing around with others. Just being able to sing with other people, just being around other guys singing because I just like singing.
School is kind of weird. We have to wear a mask and you don't get to be with your friends a lot because you're distanced from them.
We can't go to class without your class because other kids are in there, and we have to wait until the teachers wipe down the desks so we don't get germs, and we have to stay in our classrooms. It was pretty hard at first, but then I got used to it. I haven't been here for a while since COVID has started because I got pulled out, but then I came back and had to realize what I had to do, and it was pretty easy to change. I joined choir because that's how I express my feelings, because I don't like talking to people, and when I'm singing I can be myself and no one really judges me, and that's like the only class I really talk in.
It's different wearing masks all the time and like having to stay social distance from everyone. Masks used to not be mandatory, but now they are. So it's kind of different seeing everybody wear a mask all the time. I sing all the time in my house. My mom is really big into choir, and my family always tells me that if I keep on trying, then I have a good enough singing voice to maybe go somewhere with it, even though I don't want to be a singer when I grow up. But I just like to sing.
I think it's mostly affected us in school because some activities like PE and music are a lot harder with our masks, and we try to maintain like social distancing, going through the hallways and things, but it's a little harder, especially with our specials and also our masks. With music, it's a little harder for our vocal range, and PE, it's a little harder to do our activities breathing-wise. And for some students, I know it's harder to wear masks, and we're just doing what we can. I like how when we're all together and we're all singing, when we're all trying, and we may not sound the best sometimes, but when we're all trying, it's kind of nice to just stand there and it just feels like that room is the only place.
Early April, I had to quarantine for a little while and I wasn't able to see any of my friends. But other than that, it's been normal besides wearing a mask in public and other things.
At first, it made me kind of just scared, but now it's just like a normal day life for me, I guess. It's just everyone's going through it, I guess, right now, and it's kind of a tough feeling. At first, it was kind of annoying, but now I kind of understand why they're doing it, just to protect everyone else and themselves, so it's okay.
I've been able to wear my mask and socially distance whenever I can. Overall, I can just listen to the instructions and I can't really complain that much.